You guys are here already. Hi guys, my name is Kay. I am the CEO of Kay's Boutique, and welcome to the Homeless CEO Pain to Purpose webinar. Now grab your notebooks, grab your pens, because y'all finna get down and dirty. Okay? So I'm gonna give y'all about a couple minutes to get settled in, and yeah. So go ahead and get your stuff ready. I know some of you guys are probably trying to rush and get your stuff together, so go ahead and do that. I have a PowerPoint down below that you guys will be following me through the entire process. Yeah, I have a lot of things in store for you guys. Alright, so hopefully you guys are ready and settled in. So once again, my name is Kaylin Powell. Everyone calls me Kay, even though Kay is an entirely different person. I'm the CEO of Kay's Boutique. Some of you guys may have met me through Instagram. Some of you guys have crossed paths with me in life some way, shape, or form. But let's leave all of that out of the door, because sometimes people like to bring in who you used to be and then not realizing who you are now, okay? So I'll just give you guys a little rundown about me. So here you guys can follow me. I graduated from Eagles Lane High School in 2014. I was a thespian and I graduated with honors, which means I always shot for the stars. Even though I may not have made all A's, I definitely did all AP and honors classes. So therefore I was very, very happy about that. I graduated from Empire Beauty School in 2015, which was an exact year after I graduated from high school. I graduated with 90% attendance and 90% average, meaning I gave, if I was gonna be paying for it, y'all, I was gonna give that school my all. You know what I'm saying? I have one child, her name is Legend. And yeah, like I said, I'm the owner of Kay's Boutique. At the end of this webinar, you will learn how to shift your mindset, overcome fear, and find your purpose throughout the pain. And hopefully throughout my story, you'll be able to find that self-love that everyone really desires, okay? So we're gonna jump straight into it, okay? So when I first started out graduating from Empire Beauty School, my life is when I became an adult, right? So I lived the fast life. I was in acting, I was in modeling, I was doing any and everything that I could to get myself out there. I wanted to become a brand as Kay, okay? In there you see I worked with Ice Cube, Zac Efron, you'll see DCM Fly, T.I., Bambi, Cena, Mama D, and some other things that I've done as well. After that, y'all, I promise you, it was the greatest experiences of my life. I've met so many different people, met so many different, made so many different connections rather. But right after that, I hit rock bottom. I ended up in a scam. I ended up getting involved with a movie that turned out to not be everything that it promised me to be. But because I was so into just trying to do any and everything, I failed. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about in terms of this. Any and everything is not for you, okay? You have to be consistent in what it is that you want. You have to decide what it is that you want. Get your notebooks out. Decide what it is that you want and go after that. Say no to anything else besides that. Because that's how I got into the world that I'm about to describe to you. This is also where I met my child's father, and that was the greatest blessing that came out of it, because of course we have our beautiful daughter Legend, right? But listen to what happened. So after I left out of this movie, because I realized what they were doing, I hit rock bottom because I didn't have any money. I lost my purpose because I now have to get a 9 to 5 because I'm off my game. It knocked me off my grid. It really did. And I hit rock bottom. I ended up hungry, homeless, broke, and depressed. Literally. I started off staying with friends, family, staying in hotel rooms, staying at the cheapest hotel rooms that we could find. Thank God I found a job at a hotel where I could get a discount. However, once I was pregnant, I was so sick, I couldn't even keep my job. Imagine that. Imagine being so sick you can't keep your job, and your job is what's funding your entire life. And I'm not talking about paying bills. I'm talking about the benefits. We're funding my entire life, my entire lifestyle. And I'm sick. I'm done. Rock bottom. Okay? And on top of that, like I said, I was pregnant. So therefore, not only am I dealing with all of these different demons that people deal with on a daily basis, but now I'm pregnant, and it's amplifying every single emotion that's ever came to me, you know? It's amplifying that. So I'm really, really down, dirty, I'm down at the rock bottom. So I ended up having to go stay with my now fiance, and we stayed on his 18-wheeler truck. His 18-wheeler truck was only so big. As you guys see, the big trucks that go down here, I'm not talking about the trailer in the back. I'm talking about in the small truck in the front. There's a little twin-size bed, and that's what we slept in. I didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, literally. We're talking about hours of driving and pregnant with emotions and morning sickness and motion sickness and any and everything. I was depressed, you guys. I was down bad, okay? I was down bad. But in my mind, because I knew where I was going, I didn't even think that I was homeless. You couldn't have told me at that moment I was homeless, because I had enough to make it. I had just enough to make it to the next step. But it's what you do in those moments that tell you what's going to happen after that, right? It's not, oh, I'm just homeless, depressed, broken, hungry, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. I had to make a decision to help myself, right? Okay. So I decided to help myself, and that's when I created Kay's Boutique online. KaysBoutique.com, first week, $300. And I was so happy because I knew that it was a start. I knew it was something different. I know some people struggle that first week, month, year in business and make no money at all whatsoever. Don't see a dime of that money. Don't see a dime of money. Don't see a dime of hard work. But the question is when you're really putting in the work, right? All right. So yeah, Kay's Boutique was started at my best friend's house. I was staying with him temporarily and trying to figure out what my next move was going to be, because I always thought ahead. I never thought in my current, I always thought further, okay? So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? So I got online, borrowed my little brother's computer, stayed up all night. Everybody's wondering why I'm so antisocial, this, that, and the other, because I literally decided that I had to fix this. My daughter deserves better. I deserve better. My family deserves better. My fiance is providing for us, and I know that I can't live on this truck forever. We stayed on that truck from 2017, November of 2017, all the way to March of 2018, the day before my baby shower. And if you saw the clip on my Instagram, and if you're not following my Instagram, stop right now. Follow me at Kaylin Janae. Janae is spelled with 2 E's. Kaylin is spelled with 2 I's, okay? So I literally was at the point of I have to do something. And at this moment, it was $0. Why? I started my business with no money. Matter of fact, I had negative balance in both my accounts, my business account and my personal account. I got my business account before I even had a business. That's in all actuality. And I ended up down. So therefore, the first $300 I had to keep in cash. I had to pay Airbnbs, and I had to figure this thing out, right? Okay, so I started with $0. How? Because there was a free trial that Shopify offered for 14 days. I drop shipped, and I did hair. So not only did I have a product, but I also had a service. I knew that my product may run out, but my service will not. And if I ran out of time, I still had my product. So therefore, I always had some type of money coming in. So that was 2 streams of income. And I was still homeless. Okay? And that's why I called myself the homeless. I called myself the homeless CEO. Be careful with your words, okay? So, Kay's Boutique started off as a dream. It was a dream of mine. I knew that I wanted to be in the hair business, and I knew that I had a passion for beauty. Not necessarily hair, but just beauty, being beautiful, being in front of the camera, being the center of attention, being your true self, you know, amplifying who you really are. And so therefore I said, you know, I really want to do this. But it took for me to go through something in order for me to get to something. Because if I did not go through what I went through, I would have never had Kay's Boutique. I would have still been working my 9-to-5 job at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. I would have still been serving people and saying yes ma'am, no ma'am to people who were CEOs, who did follow their dreams. Now, I'm not knocking any 9-to-5. I'm not. Some 9-to-5s, I'll do today. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, I'm not knocking it, but I'm saying. So my dream of my doing was two totally different things. There's a difference between the dreamers and the doers, okay? The dreamers are the talkers. They picture everything perfect. They're perfect visionaries. They don't prepare for the bad things. They don't prepare for anything like that. But they literally just say, oh, I just really want to start my business. I'm going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to live in this big lavish house. And in reality, that's not what always happens. Prevention is better than cure. But that's a different story. So, a dreamer is also wishfully thinking, like I just said, and they don't give any effort. They just spend all day dreaming. What's to a dreamer but a dream? When you're asleep, you're dreaming. But guess what? You're seeing something, but are you moving? No. Why? Because you sleep. And that's what makes a difference. Because now you have the doers. The doers are the action takers. The people who really put in the effort to make everything count. And strategically work hard to get to the goals that they are making. Because if you're a doer, you're making a goal, but your goal is not just on the wall. You're putting it as a target. And you're literally taking this target and you're saying, I want to be right here. So let me take this and I'm going to pin it perfectly on there. As perfect as I can get to it. Okay? So that's what makes the difference between the dreamers and the doers. So the question is, what have you been? And what are you trying to be? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. Okay? But the thing about it is, everyone has decisions to make, okay? Now that's gonna amplify the dreamers and the doers. Are you gonna lay on the couch and say, oh, this is what I'm gonna do? Or are you gonna get up and make it happen? Are you gonna sit around and keep telling your friends, hey, I'm gonna start this business and I'm gonna just, oh, my family, I'm gonna stun on them and I'm gonna be a millionaire and this, that, and the other? Or are you really putting in the efforts and the works to do everything it is that you said that you were gonna do? Which one are you doing? Or which one are you about to do? Because after this webinar, I really want to shift this mindset completely, okay? There is a mindset shift that must take place in order for you to actually be the doer and not the dreamer, okay? You are dealing with this pain now, okay? You're going through the situation, hey, I live with my mom and my dad, and I don't like it, and this, that, and the other. Or, hey, I'm in place, or, hey, I'm struggling with my bills and I'm trying to do this, that, and the other. Or, hey, I'm just not happy. I'm not happy with where I am. It doesn't have to be financially. It can all be mentally. All right. So we have decisions. So you have decision 1 and 2. And each decision that you make has a result, right? Every decision that you make has a result. So you can either make the decision to get up today and say, hey, I'm about to go ahead and do this. I'm about to go ahead and start this business. I'm about to go ahead and give this all I got. Or you're going to sit around and wait for everybody to do it for you. You're going to be in my inbox saying, hey, Kay, listen, this is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to do it. And yeah. And the next year you're going to say the same thing to me. And then the next year you're going to say the same thing to me. And baby, let me tell you something about Kay. Okay, don't stay in the same place always, okay? I only go up. I'm only going up from here. And with every L, I literally have made it into a lesson. That's why you have to turn your pain into your purpose, okay? The thing that you're going through is teaching you something. And that sounds so cliche. But believe me, I literally went from staying in an 18-wheeler truck, you guys, peeing in cups, literally. That sounded a little raw. But let me just tell you where I've been. Let me tell you where I've been through. I literally used to go to Burger King every single day and order things off the dollar menu because that's all I could afford. That's all I could afford. I would have to go to Airbnbs and give them $20 and say, hey, can I stay one more day, please? Please, I still don't have a place to stay. Can I please stay one more day? My car couldn't hold me up. Why? Because it had all my belongings in it. I literally only had 2 seats in my front. Everything else had me and my fiance's belongings in it. And we were literally busting our behinds to get to the next day and the next day and the next day. Until things changed. I kept a prayer journal. And my prayer journal held some of my deepest, darkest secrets. It held some of my deepest, darkest thoughts. And it held my biggest inspirations. It did. And for that, I was able to accomplish what I've accomplished. I literally had the faith before I could even see it. I really could see it before I could even see it. In this picture behind you, I was homeless and pregnant. But guess what I did? I have to do a photo shoot. This is all the money I have, but let me just do it. I'm an ultimate risk taker. Everybody's not in a position to be an ultimate risk taker, but I wasn't in a position to be an ultimate risk taker. But I had to get it done. Because this one picture has earned me thousands of dollars. I've had people come up to me and say, "Dog, you need to be the CEO of the company." And I said, "Baby, I am. I'm 23 years old. If I can do it, you can too." And in this situation, I'm bringing an entire new life into the world. So I have to show this life how to do it, the way I didn't know how to do it, right? So you gotta make these decisions. The decisions are gonna bring results. And your decisions are not gonna always bring the results that you want. There's 2 different types of results you can get. You can get the way that you was gonna get it, or you're just gonna get it a different type of way. But either way, you have to make another decision. But the thing about it is that you're never going to stop. You have to keep going. Giving up cannot be an option. Even when the money's not there, even when financially you don't have it, you cannot give up. Cannot. Okay? What's more important to you than the decisions that you make is the people and the things that you're surrounding yourself around. We have family, we have friends, we have social media, we're following people, and you have to ask yourself, are these people toxic and detrimental to my success? And success is different for everybody. Everybody doesn't want to be in the hair business. Everybody doesn't want to be in the beauty business. Some people want to grow and thrive into an entire different business, or in their 9 to 5, or really get that promotion that they want. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not meant to, be, everyone's not meant to be a CEO. Because if that's the case, we wouldn't have other positions. We need everybody. It's a teamwork thing. But your surroundings, who's around you? I stop right here. On your paper, write notes. I need you to name 3 people right now that you know got to go. And to the top of your head, the minute I said the word toxic, you knew exactly who I was talking about. You knew exactly who I was talking about. Whether it's family, friends, a habit, something that you're just doing, something that's distracting you, social media, somebody that you're following. 3 people off jump that have to go, that are distracting you from your success so that you can move forward. With this same piece of paper, we're going to do something. Now, this got to be a different piece of paper than your notes, okay? This piece of paper, we're about to do something with this paper. So, y'all probably taking notes on the things that I'm saying, little quotes here, there, and the other, but we're going to get down and dirty in a minute, okay? Finding your why. What is a why? Your why is going to keep you going when nothing else is inspiring you to go. Your why can't be money. I'm sorry. Because one thing about money, it's not going to always be there. Your why has to be something that's near and dear to your heart. What is your why? Why are you doing this business? Why are you so passionate about what you're about to do? Why do you need to get to the next level? Why do you deserve to be at the next level? What is a why? A reason for your actions, and in this case, a reason for you to be successful. For me, it's my child. It's where I've been, and knowing that I don't want to go back there anymore. My why is freedom. Freedom. My family. Knowing where it is coming. And I'm not talking about money. Because I can have $0 to my bank account today. And tomorrow I'll know how to get it. Or tomorrow I may not get it. But at the end of the day, I'm going to still keep going. Because at the end of the day, I still have a daughter to feed. I still have a family to provide for. And I still want to be free. And I'm not talking about free financially. I'm talking about free. In terms of, I don't want anybody in charge of my schedule. I don't want anybody telling me when I can go on vacation and when I can't. I want to be with my child every single day. I want to be able to take her to wherever I make my money at. What is your why? So, give you a minute, write down 5 reasons why. Why? That's on a different piece of paper than your trash, okay? That toxic paper is a different paper. You're gonna have 3 sets of papers. You're gonna have the toxic paper. You're gonna have the paper for inspiration. And then you're gonna have your notes. Your why needs to be on that paper by itself. Because you're gonna pin that onto your mirror, or you're gonna pin this up, you're gonna decorate this and make it real so that you can see it every single day. And when you wake up in the morning, you're gonna look yourself in the mirror. And you're gonna see your why. And that's gonna be the reason why you get out of bed, because you're not gonna always wanna get out of bed. It's gonna be the reason why you try, because you're not gonna always wanna try. So what is your why? The reason why you have not been able to accomplish what you've accomplished, dear poor soul, is because you're scared. Your fear has legitimately brought you into a place that you need to get out of. Your fear is holding you back. Why are you letting it? So on that toxic paper that we were just talking about, with the 3 toxic people that you know that you have to get rid of, I need you to write down your fears. Write down your fears. Write down every single thing that's holding you back. Write down, literally, my fears were, what are people gonna think of me? Are people gonna respect me? Are people gonna respect me in the business? Am I really gonna make money? What if I fail? I'm gonna be embarrassed. You can look at my face and tell I was probably scared. I didn't know what was to come of this. I had no idea I was gonna be here. Thank God. So put all that. By the end of the day, you're gonna take this piece of paper. You're gonna take a lighter and you're gonna burn it. And this paper's gonna get inflamed. And as they're watching this paper inflame, do this outside now. Don't do this inside your place. I want you to watch that paper catch on fire. And while that paper is catching on fire, or for the people who don't want to catch anything on fire, ball it up. And I want you to mentally release it. And when I say mentally release it, because we got to get a little spiritual in a minute, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to see it. I want you to see that fear that you have, or why you're scared. I want you to inhale. And I want you to hold it in. And I want you to let it go. Why? Because fear and faith cannot exist in the same place. You have to step out on faith in order to get what you need to get. You have to step out on faith in order to accomplish your biggest desires. Your faith is what's going to bring you out. My faith is what brought me out. People ask me all the time, Kay, how did you do it? My faith. I'm not a self-made millionaire, entrepreneur, or anything else like that. I'm not self-made. I'm not self-made. Because I walk by faith. Because when I didn't see it, I could see it. I saw over my obstacle. I saw over the mountain. I knew I had to climb it. And I remember the point of me going down. When I built my shop, I was still homeless. I didn't have money to pay anybody to do anything in there. Matter of fact, my fiance was like, what are we gonna do? How are we doing this? Matter of fact, we gave our last penny to the owners of the building to secure that spot. I'm the ultimate risk taker. I gave my last penny. And right after that, I had to get back on the truck and be out for 2 more weeks at a time. 2 weeks. In the 2 weeks that I was gone each time, because you were gone 2 weeks at a time, I knew that I had to plot, because I only had 2 days to be home before I was back out for another 2 weeks. So in those 2 weeks, I plotted on what I was going to do in those 2 days to make it count. You have to make it count. So I sat in there, I had my journal, I was talking to my brand ambassadors, and yes, I had brand ambassadors. I had a meeting with my brand ambassadors while I was on the truck. So that's where we were at with it. I literally made the decision that if this is what I gotta do, this is what I gotta do. And them 2 days that we come home, we was exhausted. I mean exhausted. Matter of fact, the first day we moved into the apartment, we didn't have anything in here but a mattress with plastic wrapped around and a box spring. We hadn't even moved in yet. We hadn't even moved our things in yet. Me and my fiance went into the room and we slept for 3 hours. We had a baby shower the next day. We had to get up and get it the next day, but we were exhausted. We were exhausted because we spent months at a time getting it together. So when they say that 5 months of strategic planning can put you 5 years ahead, they mean that. This is not anything, this is not some cute quote on Instagram. There's a story behind every single quote. These aren't no cliche terms. There's a reason why. That's why I said why. Your why matters. You have to turn this pain into purpose. You have to. This pain has to have a reason. Everything's a reason. There's a reason for everything. So this pain has to be created into something else. This pain that's here, and everybody's is different. Mine was homelessness. Yours may be baby daddy issues. Yours may be, I don't know. We all have different stories. We all have different shoes. But the thing about it is, what are you doing with it? Each one teach one. I'm no Harriet Tubman, but I'm definitely reaching back and grabbing my neighbor. And every time I move forward, I'm bringing somebody with me. And I'm not going to let my weight get too much that you become baggage. You weigh me down and you keep me back. I'm only bringing forward the people that's want to come. That's what I mean by your surroundings. Who has to go? Because there's some dead weight that must be out. It's some dead weight. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about this pain that you're in? Are you going to keep crying about it, or are you going to cry and do what you do? Because that was me. I can't tell you that I didn't cry. But let me tell you what I was doing. I'm going to be a billionaire. I can't believe this is happening to me, but you know what? This is going to be amazing. I didn't know I was homeless. Even on the truck, I didn't know I was homeless. Homeless is a really detrimental word. Very detrimental. Very detrimental. But my mindset was shifted. We're going to go to the next one. My mindset was so shifted that in my mind, I lived an entire different life. On that truck, I saw the world. I've been to states I've never been to before. I ate food I never ate before. You have to make it up in your mind that you can't be there. You can't stay there. You can't live there. Shifting your mindset is the biggest part of my entire business, my entire process. Because there's been times even in my business when things I had planned perfectly didn't end up how they were supposed to be. And I had to shift my mindset and say, okay, this is what I learned this time. And this is what I'm going to do next time so that I can get the results that I desire. The life that I desire. It's all about what you really, really want and what you're really willing to do about it. What you're really willing to do about it. I kept a journal and I journaled every single day. I journaled every single day. So I challenge you to go buy a journal, composition book, because this is going to be your testimony. This is what's going to be your key to bringing somebody else up. This is also what's going to document your growth. This is what you're going to know. When I looked at my journal today, I said, Lord, you couldn't tell me I was there. You have to be about it. You got to shift your mindset. Because one thing about it is, the Bible says, I tell people this all the time. Philippians 4:11-13 says, I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content whatever the circumstance. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Everybody wants to put that verse, but what's before that is so crucial. You can do all things through Christ who gives you strength, but how? The key is being content, shifting your mindset out of that doubt, shifting your mindset out of that negativity, because it's not just the negativity that's on the outside. And I'm preaching to myself too. It's the negativity that's on the inside. You could be your biggest critic. You could be your biggest downfall. So you have to do it in the midst of it. Let me stop. Don't do anything with a negative mind. You're going to get negative results. But when you're in the mindset, when you have everything around you going on and you can think of every single reason why it won't work, I still want you to try it anyway. Think of the reasons why it will work. Count the gratefulness that you have inside of you. Count the blessings that you have. You have a roof over your head, shoes on your feet, clothes on your back, food to eat, water to drink. I can show you how to do it all day long, but are you really going to do it when you go back to your day-to-day life? Like I say all the time, I can bring you to the water, but I cannot make you drink it. I can put the table in front of you, but I can't make you pick up the fork and eat. When you have this big piece of steak on the table, are you going to sit there and ask me how to eat it, or are you going to cut it up and eat it the best way you can? So when you have this big dream in front of you, are you going to sit and look at it and wonder how you're going to accomplish it, or are you going to take every step that you can take to make it happen? I'm a go-getter. Are you? So, let's talk about purpose. You must find 5 things that make you happy. 5 things. Put it on the middle piece of paper that I was just talking about earlier. Put it on there. I want you to find 5 things that make you happy. The same paper that you put your whys on, I want you to find the 5 things that make you happy. 5 things that give you that oomph, that glow. Find it. And then ask yourself 4 questions. Is this something I can do for the rest of my life? Is this impactful? Can I make this a livelihood, a lifestyle? And does it make sense in sense? Because if it makes sense, it should make sense. But everything that make money don't make sense. Okay? So really think about that for a minute. Write this stuff down. Take it into your notes. Replay it when you feel doubtful. Replay it when you just need something to lift you up. And take action. Take action. Take action. It's enough free webinars out here. You probably watched all of them. It's enough free information out here. How long is it going to take for you to buy this vendor list? How long is it going to take you to get a business coach? How long is it going to take you to make the first step it is to the rest of your life? We're not talking about today and tomorrow. We're talking about the future. We're talking about generations ahead of you. What impact are you really trying to make? So tell me this. Will you be in my top 25? Because I'm helping 25 people start a business by the end of this year. When we enter into 2020, you're going to have a business. And you're not going to just have an ordinary business with a website and a little Instagram and call it a business. We're talking about a business. We're talking about sales. We're talking about impact. We're talking about really, really making a change. I'm helping 25 people. And hopefully it's every person that's watching this right now. I am doing an exclusive offer for you. 25 people. 25 people. You will get coaching for the rest of the year. This will be a different type of coaching. This will be a different type of coaching. I'm going to walk you through step by step because that's what some people want. Some people want somebody to hold their hand, and that's okay. I got a little girl. I know what it feels like to not know anything and need to have to teach somebody every single thing. I had to teach my daughter how to eat, breathe, use her fingers, walk, talk, everything. I know what it feels like. So I know some people do need that to get started. So I'm helping 25 people right now. We're having a special offer for the 25 people that's on this list. You will be receiving an email right now. You will be receiving an email by the end of this night. You will have 48 hours to respond to that email. 48 hours. That's it. Because I'm tired of the games. I'm tired of people in my inbox telling me what they're trying to do and not doing it. I'm tired of people in my inbox but still ain't signed up for the webinars. I'm tired of people in my inbox and wasting my time. I'm not wasting no more time. I'm not wasting no more time. So at the end of the day, I have 25 people and I'm doing an exclusive offer right now. 25 people. If you really want to start a business, you'll start it. If you really want to make a change, you'll change. And it starts today. 48 hours. Thank you guys for coming on to the webinar. Follow me online right now at Kaylin Janae. Follow me online right now at Shop K's Boutique. I will put everything down in the PowerPoint. And I'm going to see you guys in the top 25.